So DeAndre Hopkins has finally been sent to the Kansas City Chiefs, man. And we've been looking for that. We've been wanting that. I've been wanting that. I've been saying that. And it's finally has happened. So now we got DeAndre Hopkins on the Kansas City Chiefs. And it honestly changes everything for us, right? Because when you look at a guy like Hopkins, he is a veteran that's been through a lot of 1,000-yard seasons. He has playoff experience. He has a lot of experience. And he knows exactly what to do with a guy like Patrick Mahomes. Hopkins is him. And the Rams and the Chiefs, they did discuss Cooper Kupp, but they was being a little too greedy with that one. And another thing is that it's a chance that the Kansas City Chiefs could get Hollywood Brown back by the playoffs. So that's something right there. That's scary. The chance that we could get Hollywood Brown back. And then we have DeAndre Hopkins and then Rashid Rice. I don't know if he's out for the season, but it's looking good, man. We could go into the playoffs with a very, very good wide receiver core. And if you ask me, he's not even done. Brett Veach is not even done. I feel like he's not done at all with these trades. And there's a few notes on the Chiefs landing DeAndre Hopkins. So they gave him a conditional fourth for Hopkins. And KC, they still have 2 third-round picks next season. And after Juju's injury, it was definitely it was supposed to happen. It was no way they wasn't going to get a wide receiver. So the plan is to get him ready to play this week versus the Raiders. And that's obviously early. But they said they'll know how much is possible by the end of the week. And they said, quote, he is perfect for Pat. Obviously, he's perfect for Pat. D-Hop, he understands his assignment on each play, just like Juju and Trav. So it's definitely going to be fun to see how DeAndre Hopkins plays out for the Chiefs team. I mean, he is functionally different than any wide receiver Mahomes has played with. And him understanding the game would definitely help him get things going quickly. So we got DeAndre Hopkins, and it didn't give us that much. And what's funny is that I was reading something that Nick Wright has said, quote, the Chiefs have this cool tradition where once a year they pick a receiver who is in quarterback hell. They bring him to Kansas City where he gets to play with Patrick Mahomes. He gets to score a touchdown in the Super Bowl. So now it might be DeAndre Hopkins' time to score a touchdown in the Super Bowl. And now that we got DeAndre Hopkins, we have to three-peat. We 100% have to three-peat. And the reason why I say that is because we need to get my boy D-Hop a ring, man. He's been begging for it for his whole career, And Veach went out there and he got a difference maker. I mean, I still know that DeAndre Hopkins is a good wide receiver. And I feel like he's pulling the Devontae Adams thing, He's acting like he's hurt. But he comes out, he's going to come out, and he's going to literally be 100%. I feel like he's pulling the Devontae Adams thing right there. But the Kansas City Chiefs getting DeAndre Hopkins is honestly unreal. And I feel like we're not done yet. It's literally more to come. And maybe we could get DeMarcus Robinson as well. Who knows? But we're going to own the NFL. I can't wait to see DeAndre Hopkins in a Chiefs jersey. And that definitely just made everything a lot easier for Patrick Mahomes. And hopefully Patrick Mahomes will get it together, man. Because right now the TD to Ento rate is not looking pretty good. But that DeAndre Hopkins move, I mean, you couldn't tell me that the Chiefs is going to just watch the Bills get Amari Cooper and then watch the Jets get Devontae Adams, and they wasn't gonna get DeAndre Hopkins. Come on, they're going to pull their own type of move. The Chiefs, they're very competitive. And it's actually a 5th-round pick that can become a 4th-rounder per rap sheet. This is insane, man. And when you look at this move, you just call it the rich get richer. The rich get richer. I mean, they said when Randy Moss joined the Patriots that he wasn't going to be the same. And now you have literally DeAndre Hopkins on the Kansas City Chiefs. And they're saying that DeAndre Hopkins isn't going to be the same with Patrick Mahomes. So people got people are mad about this. Like, they can't take what's happening right now. We got a guy like Hopkins, who is obviously a game changer. He's a difference maker. He's a playmaker. And then look at Kareem Hunt. He was quote unquote washed, and Juju quote unquote washed, but they're both having vintage games. So none of them is washed. DeAndre Hopkins isn't washed. That dude is ready to come play, and he's ready to really change the Kansas City Chiefs team. And then he hasn't even had QB play at the level of Deshaun Watson or Kyler Murray while he was on the Titans. So to say he's washed on the Titans makes no sense. Last year he was a 1,000-yard receiver, but the quarterback situation is just horrible. It's not D-Hop. Trust me, he doesn't have to worry about that now. He has Patrick Mahomes, and it's gonna be very, very scary to see what Hopkins does. I mean, he's not washed. I mean, he's going to go from catching passes from Mason Rudolph and Will Levis to Patrick Mahomes. So when you have a guy like Will Levis throwing you passes and Patrick Mahomes throwing you, when you have a guy like Will Levis and Mason Rudolph throwing you passes, obviously it's going to be harder to catch it, and it's going to be harder to even get looked at compared to a guy like Patrick Mahomes, who's a Hall of Fame quarterback. And when DeAndre Hopkins is healthy, his stats rank amongst all of the Chiefs wide receivers this season. So he'll be first in receptions, second in yards, second in TDs, and his catch percentage, he'll be first. And remind you, DeAndre Hopkins was playing with Will Levis, who's one of the worst quarterbacks in the league. And now he gets to go to Patrick Mahomes. Now he gets to go to Patrick Mahomes, who is most likely gonna really have a bounce back and start off this second half of the year right. And when the Chiefs offense gets healthy, obviously you got to give Hollywood Brown and Rashee Rice out of there because they're probably going to be out. Hollywood could potentially come out for the playoffs, but Mahomes, Kareem Hunt, DeAndre Hopkins, Worthy, Juju, McCole, Justin Watson, and Travis Kelce. That's still a great offense right there. And Isaiah Pacheco and Hopkins, if they come back, man, it's gonna be amazing. And hopefully we could get a historic season out of the Kansas City Chiefs. Maybe undefeated, then we coast to that 3-peat, 20-0 year, then we 3-peat. That'll cap it off. That'll cap off Mahomes' legacy. So it's been your boy, Chiefs Priority, and I'm out. Peace.